welcome to another video from Techno Guy Game Guide, and in this video I'm just going to teach you guys how to create a simple program through Python just to calculate addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of numbers the user will type. So in this video we're just going to create a calculator, quite a simple calculator which can perform 4 basic operations on 2 numbers, both numbers the user is going to type. So we can just start by naming this calc comment with a hashtag, and after that I'm just going to print some introductory statement just like welcome, I am calc. Alright, and I'm just going to print another statement which asks the user to type his input if he wants addition, subtraction, multiplication or division to be done on his numbers. So I'm just gonna type please type A, S, M or D for the operation you want. Okay, so now I'm going to take user input. So I'm just gonna store it in a variable called choice. So choice equals, obviously the input is going to be a string because A, S, M or D is text, which is a string. So it's a string, and inside the first pair of brackets I'm just going to type the special word input, which asks input from the user, and type A, S, M or D here. So now we are going to use if and else statements to determine what operation the user wants to do, and after that we are going to take the input from the user, 2 numbers input from the user, and we are going to compute the result. So we can start by typing if choice equals A. We can start first with addition. So we're using double quotes there because it's a string. Okay, so we're just gonna ask the user for the input of 2 numbers. Please type your numbers here. Okay, and we're just going to take 2 inputs for addition 1. We can name that addition 1 equals, it can be an integer, but what if the user wants to add decimals? So we're just gonna take a new data type called float. Floats are basically numbers with decimal points. So floats can virtually be anything, integers or decimals. So I'm just gonna take it as float. And again, I'm just gonna take the input from the user and I'll leave it blank. And add 2 also is a float. Just copy that and paste it here. So 2 numbers will be asked for the user to input here. And after that, we can create a new variable called add result equals add 1 plus add 2. Because the result is going to be the addition of the 2 numbers, sum of the 2 numbers. Alright, so finally, we're just going to print out the result. So finally, just in 6 lines of code, we are telling the interpreter to add something to 2 numbers the user types in. So that's the end of our addition. So we can run that to check if everything is okay, everything runs perfectly. Let me name that calc. Sorry. Let me name that calculator. Okay, and it says welcome, I'm calc. Please type A, S, M or D for the operation you want. So we have just written the code for A, so I'm just going to type A. Please type your numbers here. So my lucky number 100 and 15.95. Okay, and it prints the final result 115.95. So this can add virtually any number, even numbers of 100 digits. Okay then, So we can just copy that, change some text, and we can write the code for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Now subtraction, multiplication, and division. So let me just paste that twice. Alright, and we'll just go tinkering around. So if the choice equals S for subtraction, and guys, so there can't be many if statements at a time, so I'm just going to change it to elif. In other words, else if the choice equals S. So it goes like that. So again, I'm just going to ask the user to type his numbers here, and again I'm just going to change it to sub1 and sub2. Alright, so it's also float. So I'll rename it as subtraction result, and sub1 and sub2 should be subtracted. So I changed the sign here to minus, and after finally I have to print the subtraction result. Sorry there. Alright, now let's run it and see if our subtraction code works. I'm just gonna type S for subtraction, and my numbers are gonna be something 10,937 and 213. Amazing. So that's the final result, and it's quite accurate again. So alright, that's subtraction, and now I'll just go changing multiplication and division here. So we're going to use an asterisk symbol here just to multiply. And finally, we are printing the result. I'll just finish changing division, and we can run the final program to see if everything is okay. Perfect. Another thing, guys, make sure your variables are all differently named, otherwise the program will result in a fatal error. And finally, I'm just gonna print the division result. So that brings us to the end of this program. Quite short and quite accurate too. Let me run that. Any 4 operation will be valid now. So I'll test out multiplication and division now. Say this into this. Wow, that's a big number, and still it's accurate. Alright, so multiplication works fine. Run it again to check division. So 110 will give us, oh sorry, I forgot to change the sign there. So it has to be a slash like that for division. Let me run that again. $120 divided by 40 gives us 3. Perfect. And just a bonus section here. So what if the user wants to find the remainder of division? So for example, 121 divided by 40 gives us a remainder of 1. So what's the code to find the remainder? So we have special code for that too. Just sorry guys, I'll change it to elif here and elif there. And if the user types anything else, so we call this a modulo. So modulo is basically to find the remainder of a division operation. So else like now the user is required to type modulo or mod, or just type rem, remainder. Anything will result in the same result because I'm just typing an else statement. So the sign for finding a remainder is percentage sign. Alright, so I'm again gonna ask the 2 numbers input here, but it's gonna be finding the remainder. Again, I'm just gonna change this to mod. Yeah, so I've changed everything, and finally we have to replace this symbol with a percentage symbol. So it will work amazing. Check it out. So instead of A, S, M, or D, if you type anything else, it will result in a modulo function. So I'm just going to type remainder. Just going to type my numbers 123 and 40. So it's obviously a remainder of 3. Alright guys, so I hope you got all the concepts here, and the next video is going to be a little more advanced, using a little bit of algebra too, so in a different way. So in the next video, I'm just going to teach you guys the same calculator but with extra modifications to calculate area and volume. Alright guys, hope you loved the video. Please like and subscribe, and of course hit the bell icon to receive the latest updates about my latest videos. And amazing. Alright, goodbye and have a good day.